Okay, so we're going to go over this manual. This is a very unusual manual. I got lasered in my right eye while working for the post office by the code enforcement officer. He had a laser chest video camera, and that sucker got me right in the eye. And so I've been obsessively trying to understand the kind of policies, procedures, tactics, damages, and all kinds of affiliated fallout from getting lasered in my right eye, and it still bothers me. So this is one of the pieces of data points that it's so rare and hard to find, and I might as well just put it out on the internet. This might be a good training too for people that want to use lasers. This manual's from 1987, but the principles are still true. You don't want to put the lasers in people's eyes. That's a violation of Geneva Conventions. It's pretty much a war crime. So a lot of pilots and whatever are getting lasered, and it's taking them out of service because if you get too much damage, you're done. And a lot of it's irreparable. So anyway, let's get to this manual. TTM, I don't know what that is. 387, that's probably the date. So March 1987. Advanced military technologies. P-9586 laser target designator from API Marketing Incorporated, Predator Laser Division, March 1987. And there's a little predator. Looks like some sort of meat-eating cat. I'd say a leopard, but anyway. So, I'm gonna let you just read it yourself, so you don't have to hear my crazy voice. But I do want to provide some comments, and then you can pause it on where you want, and I'll turn the picture to where it'll fit your screen. So yeah, it looks like a military manual, but maybe it's a marketing. I don't know. It's like a hybrid deal. Like we have TMs, technical manuals, and other things, but I don't know what TTM is. So yeah, I mean it's interesting. So okay, so let's flip through it. It's gonna be a little difficult. I got this stupid cord in the way here, fighting me. And then the pages are the kind of pages that kind of stick together. Jeez Louise. Okay, so let me use my other hand here. I'm a right-handed individual. So yeah, just the back. There's nothing on the back. But they did a good job on emulating the military format. So here's the next page. So it's techniques of employment in a variety of tactical situations. Having a laser pointed at another person is completely tactical, meaning offensive operations. Okay, it's not a peacetime thing. So I want that known, that you don't deploy a laser on anything other than in tactical situations. Okay. That getting lasered in the eye when I was on duty was just the most moronic, illegitimate waste of an eye that you ever saw. Okay, so what else? The tactics described in this section of this manual are intended only as guides to the combat operation of the Predator Laser Target Designator. So it's still, principles are the same. Any laser used as a designator is a laser target designator. So look at this big honking thing. They're smaller now, and they're almost all made in China now. That was figure 1-1. So it's a helium neon class A. They use LED type exciters now. That's where you put the batteries in there. So remember, it takes all that battery energy and does a focal point. And that's why you don't want to be putting it in people's eyes. Okay. He uses a special type of battery I've never seen before. You may not even be able to get a hold of those anymore. I don't have this device, I just have the manual, but we're going to get the principles. Maybe they're still available, who knows. But these are early lithium cells in the late 80s. So things have probably changed by then. Modern devices in the military use CR123 batteries. I think I have some of those somewhere. Back from my service time in the sandbox. So it tells you how what's going on here. What I'm interested in is the principles of why you don't, or what you do, and tactically, and conversely what you don't do. So that's on the M16 type platform. It talks about zeroing. So the principle for this is aligning the laser beam with the bullet path. So basically, it's where that laser is pointed at. That's a very good indicator of where some ammunition will be fired and a bullet will go through the air and hit where the laser's at. Basically to kill and maim. So that's why you don't want to be pointing lasers at people that you don't want to kill and maim. Let's see. So it talks about how to zero. This chapter is called zeroizing. It's just making everything accurate. It's like a little hex wrench. That's, you press on that to activate it. Yeah, I know how to use laser designators, but even I need training and things because the training is perishable. So it talks about field experience, zeroing. Basically, you're already down range, and you don't have time to do a super intricate zeroizing. So you do something approximate. Still, the principle's the same. Where the dot goes, the bullet goes. You don't want to be shining it at people, especially in their eye. Come on. So here's some. That's how they're talking about how to zeroize. You should review. You should pause this and review it. I got to keep going though. This video will get too long. So here, looks like a drill sergeant or drill instructor with his hat. And they're zeroizing. They're training, actually. And those targets represent humans, but it's just silhouettes. He's aiming for the head. Interesting. They teach us now to aim for the center of mass, which is the body, because headshots are very difficult. And not only that, but if you aim for center of mass, then you have possibility of not killing the human, and maybe you can get him to surrender or give up. But if you shoot him in the head, that's pretty much one and done. And if they survive, they got lifetime injuries. You've maimed them for life. That's why you don't aim for the eyes with the laser. So we're talking about the Marine Corps. So that probably was a drill sergeant in that picture, because they've got drill sergeant, or is it GIs? Well, they've changed though too. They don't even call them sirs anymore. I hear. I'm a little blurry on that. Of course. What do you think? I'm a Army and Navy veteran myself. So it talks about using lasers instead of actual ammunition to get the sighting in. It saves a lot of money. It talks about care. So ammunition required to train with conventional sights versus ammunition required to train with their product there. So it's ammunition saving. So yeah, this little deal here, the more time spent training, the higher the probability of success. I don't think that code enforcement dude had any training. So this is important here. Psychological effects of the laser target designator. So it talks about, it gives you more confidence as the person using it, not the person having it used on them. Low light, it's better. And C, the user will benefit psychologically from witnessing the negative impact of the laser dot on the enemy. So it's an offensive tool, okay? And it has a negative psychological effect, and it sure did on me. Look, I'm still obsessed about it. I'm making little training videos so someone else doesn't get lasered in the eye by some doofus. The appearance of the red laser effects on enemy personnel. So was I an enemy personnel? You code enforcement officer doofus. Fragged me. The appearance of the red laser dot as it unerringly targets an enemy has been demonstrated to have a profound effect. Experiences in crowd control situations in the United States have consistently demonstrated that the psychological impact of seeing oneself targeted by a laser target designator has induced surrender without having to discharge the weapon. Because the targeted individual senses there is no escape as long as the laser dot is on his body, he realizes further resistance is futile. So you're supposed to target the body, not the eyes, dude. Okay? But you misabused a miss encounter. You know, you don't put lasers in federal employees' eyes, okay? I don't care what kind of code enforcement you're trying to do. Because of the intense psychological impact produced by this unit, or any other unit that does the same effect, it is the ideal tool for controlling civil disturbances where actual shooting incidences must be kept to a minimum. In most cases, violent antisocial behavior can be inhibited by simply pinning the perpetrator with the laser dot while an arrest is made. Because the unit's user has total confidence in his ability to surgically neutralize the threat with a single round, he is less likely to misuse deadly force out of fear. So just that code enforcement officer was wearing basically a Chinese version of this, and I got pegged and I got eye damage, and I'm about ready to sue the town or him or whoever, because I need eye drops now, probably for life. So anyway, let's get back to it. So here's the laser being deployed. Oh, look, center of mass. Okay, not in the eyes. Oh, center of mass, not in the eyes. So do they both have the designator, and they're both getting them at the same time? And that perfectly. He's dropped the weapon. These are protesters with a weapon, so he's targeting the guy with the weapon. Because you can protest the United States, but when you start mixing it with weapons, then they'll definitely kill you. So I'll get my hand out of the way so you can pause it. So this designator can be used by perimeter personnel, like guards, snipers, and assault team personnel. So it's a tactical weapon enhancer, and it also can be used to damage people's eyes. So are you picking up what I'm laying down here? So the unit is used first by incorporating it during extensive training and familiarization, long before attempting to use it in an actual situation. Yeah, I don't think this guy got any training, or he just like bought it off of Amazon, and then he's like, oh, this is cool, I'll take this guy's eye out. Oh, who the heck? Okay, so or eBay, or some other. Shoot, you might even be able to get lasers off of Temu now. Okay, perimeter personnel. So it talks about some tactics, hostages, rescues, and stuff. So yeah, it's useful to take out hostage takers. So this hostage taker has a hostage there, and I suppose the sniper is going to take out his arm, which should take out the ability to squeeze and fire the gun. Somehow the way the muscles are all and the nerves are all in there, there is situations where if you hit certain parts or destroy certain parts of the connecting tissue and the bones and stuff, it'll totally disable the ability to fire a weapon. So that it might have something to do with that, which is some pretty elite training, how to know that. So his dot's got to be right on, with bullet drop and everything. Who knows? But he's got one shot. But he still doesn't target the eyes. Well, probably because he doesn't want to warn the hostage taker that he's target. Because it laser in the eye, you can't. It's like a bright light from hell. That would probably trigger him to fire and kill the hostage. So he's got it pointed right at her neck to blow out her arteries and stuff. Okay, so this one. Now he's pointed. This is to take out the guy who's got no hostage, so there's no worry about it hurting the hostage. But he's pointing it at his forehead, but not at the eyes. Okay, still not at the eyes, because that causes permanent injury. It's kind of ironic, but I'm just saying, you don't ever point it at the eyes in any situation, even in the most dire situation. Okay, what is this? Okay, this eliminates costly medical expenses or the potential for civil suits, as more than due caution is being exercised. Civil suits. That's what I would need to be doing. I'm going to need to be doing a civil suit because I got a laser in my eye. Okay? I got permanent damage. And I was at the post office. I was a PSC, Postal Service employee. Just, it's a service desk, service counter. And he came in the front door and got him in the eye. He knew that thing was on. It has a little toggle switch. The sheriff found out what make and model, and we looked at the manual on it. So he had it on when he came in. But civil suits, I need to make a civil suit, okay? Because even with this, I mean, it's all here. Why you don't put it in the eye? So it talks about using night vision. This is some elite equipment back in those days that is compatible. The red dot's compatible with night vision equipment. I was in Iraq, and we had night vision equipment, but we had infrared lasers, so that only us could see the dots, or people with night vision. So it made us even more stealthy. But this is prior to all that. But see, it's probably a dark area, and they're coming in to make this guy, to unlive this guy, because he's kitted out for problems. Okay, so yeah, I was talking about for sentries and guarding area security. If you give them night vision and these lasers, they can stop weird saboteurs and things. Yeah, using it for pinning, so you can give a password in the combat zone. So he's discovered somebody trying to breach the containment wall there. He's got him pinned down. Not in the eyes, but right here. So they're confirming those are friendlies, but not in the eyes. They're giving the password so that they don't get infiltrated. Yeah, that's interesting to be able to challenge people with a gunpoint like that. I guess you'd have to. But I wonder, maybe the army or whatever is saving money and they're not doing this type, or maybe they are. I wasn't part of that. Interesting. Or the Marine Corps, but yeah, that'd be interesting to provide a password while you have a laser on you. Ready to blow your guts out. That's pretty intense, man. Okay. See, combat tool. It's as a combat tool. So basically, it presupposes when you use this thing that you're about to kill a person when you put the laser on them. Okay, that's why you don't do that, because it's basically hors d'oeuvres before the main meal of lead. So someone down or put this marker on here. Quicker and more accurate sighting. So they're talking about quick draw. Like if you're patrolling and you find some enemy personnel and you fire first and you gotta be accurate. Having a laser assisted quick draw means you just point and shoot. Be a lot faster on the draw. Well, there you go. basically when you got a laser on you, unless that weapon is jammed, and you assume they have it calibrated at least, and even if it's not perfectly calibrated, it's still close enough. And you basically need to give up at that point, unless you're faster than a bullet and get up. You're not, especially in a prone position like that, or on your knees like that. You're done. Or I don't know what he's doing. He's basically, he can't move faster than that laser. So, yeah. Surrender, man. Drop your weapon. So they're talking about using a laser on a helicopter-mounted, probably minigun or M240, and yeah, that's standard procedure now. Yeah, see, as a cruiser weapon on a helicopter. And he's taking out the cruiser weapon down there. Looks like a anti-tank gun or something, artillery probably. But still, he's taking out the dude's knee or thigh. Interesting. Not at the eyes. Okay. So that's a warranty. This is the keystone here, safety. Your P9586 laser target designator is a precision instrument and should be treated with respect at all times. The unit emits laser radiation when activated and is intended to be used as a weapon sighting device and nothing else. Never point the laser into the face or eyes of anyone. Laser light can cause eye damage. Do not remove or alter the caution label found on your device. It's also against the Geneva Conventions to use lasers to blind personnel, okay? It's a war crime. I had a war crime on my eye while I was in federal service by a code enforcement officer who didn't know what he was doing, or more likely knew exactly what he was doing. And I think I need to do a civil suit, and I think I need to pursue that. So here's just more familiarization for the future, so hopefully you don't get to thinking you can put lasers in people's eyes. Don't do it. This is Military Industrial Museum signing off.